The making of the film was a big challenge for two reasons. Firstly, there was no budget, so there was no high budget equipment whatsoever. And the second thing is there was no pre-planned script. It was just direct testimonies. And I think this makes the film a lot more realistic and much more moving.
The film itself gave me an opportunity really to see how our children have benefited by being involved in sport and culture. These are activities that I think able-bodied people just take for granted. They can do all of these things, but for our disabled, and especially our severely disabled, one has to go the extra mile, and they have to go the extra mile. For example, with Liakith, I think with the film actually brought that out, and I really started to see exactly the impact of what sport had meant to him, that actually that played a major role in him developing leadership skills, becoming the first the president of our school, our learners, and the sport contributed to him developing the leadership skills. I wonder that they ever even dreamt that this is actually what they were part of, because that was a very, very big thing. It was really quite amazing.
You know the bed feels warmer, sleeping here alone. You know I dream in color and do the things I want. You think you got the best of me, think you've had the last laugh, bet you think that everything good is gone. Think you left me broken down, think that I'll come running back. Maybe you don't know me 'cause you're dead.
The moment I received the email with the invitation that the learners can go down to Cape Town or are invited to go down to Cape Town to receive their certificates there on stage, I thought it cannot be possible to let them go down there because two of them are in wheelchairs, and where will we get the money from? But I just started to share the story with other people, the invitation, and that they won this prize, the movie, the film won this prize, and they should be part of it because they're the main characters in the film. So the people really bought into the idea to help, and they opened up their hearts and their purses. We gathered enough money for the plane tickets, a trip up Table Mountain, all the meals and everything down there, for not only for the 5 learners but also for 3 facilitators that had to accompany them. And that is how this wonderful story became true. So we went down, and there people sponsored vehicles that we can move around. People sponsored a lot of things to make this whole trip possible. That night of the prize giving event, it was just wonderful to see how this group of learners really experienced that they're part of a bigger thing. They were part of a prize-winning movie. They were part of the bigger picture where other youngsters were also involved in similar projects, and that their movie really brought it that far. And the people there, the presenters, really made it so special, because our 2 wheelchair learners were actually selected there to go to the front on stage and actually handed over the trophies to the other prize winners.
As far as the experience down in Cape Town, that was amazing, because yeah, we are involved in our little world and our little academic program, and okay, it's our sport and everything which the film shows. We saw another world, and I think for them also they saw another whole new world, this film festival, and how there are young people getting involved, learning the skills and the techniques, developing careers, developing creative opportunities in their lives, and then they were part of that.
It was so good to see that this whole event of the prize giving opened up so many experiences to these learners. Some of them, like Monique, never have been to the sea or on a plane or been to Cape Town, as well as Tsepu, as well as Leopold's mom, who assisted in the company. And they, as a group together, they experienced a lot of wonderful things of the people that sponsored so many experiences for them there. And then that night of the event, I think the audience there didn't expect from disabled learners to be so normal and just like other teenagers. So that night the presenters also really attributed to the fact that the whole cliff that was between disabled and abled people and learners really vanished and disappeared that night, because they could talk to them and they could share with them. They could only just see that they are normal people just like them.
Okay, what makes me inspired when I inspire people, that I feel confident about myself, to see that I am inspiring people out there, and it's a wonderful world to see how people are, how people react to seeing disabled people, and and it just brings me down. But at the end of the day, you're your own person, and I say to other people, don't let people bring you down. No matter who you are, they should accept you for who you are, because God created you, and you should be positive in life. Never let negativity bring you down.
It's public awareness. Public awareness is a very big thing. We think just of how the disabled people are affected. But how is somebody who's able all of a sudden, say, a teller in a shop, they have to suddenly deal with somebody who can't talk, or somebody who's trying to pay and they can't manage the money that well. That kind of awareness of people out there, giving them an opportunity to see another world and see how people who are compromised, how they are people too, and they're entitled to a life, they're entitled to a freedom, they're entitled to be able to do things that everybody does, able-bodied people do. Being able to go to the shops, being able to play sport, that they are just their people. And I think it's a big encouragement to our disabled people to get out there and be out there and achieve and do the best they can with what they have.
Me hope in spite of everything. You show me love, even with so much pain. So I'll take this life.